Hello YouTube, it's Madeleine again with Sister Luna Psychic Services, and today we're going to be going over the meaning of the Hermit card. Here he is, number 9, and you'll see that he's wearing a hood. Many ritual practitioners wear hoods to help them block out the outside world and focus within. Focus directly on the ritual that they're performing. This is what the Hermit does also. Not focusing without, but focusing within. You'll also see that he has a lantern. And that's very significant. And you'll see that that light source of some kind is depicted in all of these different versions of the Hermit card. So it's very significant to the meaning. It represents the illumination of knowledge that can only be gained by looking within one's own soul and one's subconscious. This knowledge or this wisdom cannot be found outside of oneself. It's a journey that can only be taken inward. And that's very significant and relevant to the meaning of this card in readings. When this card comes up, it's telling you or your querent that the answer to the question, the answer that they're seeking, will only be found through meditative practice, not through, say, reading a book or asking for the opinion of other people. The advice that's offered: meditate, withdraw, take time to be alone, to focus on self-care, not on other people's opinions, needs, or desires. Withdrawing from distractions too, entanglements, focusing on independence, and having quiet time. Meditation is a huge part of this card, but not everyone has a meditation practice. So be sure to ask your querent when this card comes up what it is that they do that gives them time to quiet their mind and be alone. You can suggest things such as solo hiking, which always be safe, watch out for bears, make noise if you're going to do that. Other things are like taking a nice relaxing bath, even if, if they're a religious person, going to church, but not on Sunday, on a day when there's not going to be many people there, or whichever religious building is relevant to that client. Be sure also when you're taking this time or when you're counseling someone to take this time withdrawing from people, to also withdraw from media. Because if you just replace actual humans with virtual opinions, then that defeats the purpose entirely. So taking time away from all sorts of entanglement online and in real life. The Hermit archetype is also very closely related to the Crone goddess. Any pagans out there will be familiar with her. I've personally done quite a bit of pathworking with that goddess energy, and I've documented a lot of it, so I'll put the blog posts I've made in regards to that in the description, and you guys can check them out if you're interested in aligning yourself with the Hermit energy. I would really pretty much use Hermit and Crone interchangeably. They're very similar. One's masculine and one's feminine, but that's pretty much where the differences end. And actually this card, you can't see the face. You can only see a hand, so it could be a woman behind there, which I like. Okay. So the Crone or the Hermit is a wonderful energy to work with if you're interested in divination. She holds up her lantern and illuminates things that are usually in darkness. And the catch is, though, that these illuminations are not found in like a beautiful field full of rainbows and bunnies. They're found in the deep, dark forest of your subconscious. So you need to work up the courage to go there and face those fears and face that darkness in order to gain the knowledge that the Crone has for you. These things are much more in-depthly discussed in the blog posts that I'm going to put in the description. But I'll give you a bit of a soliloquy here. Okay. The deeper you venture and the stronger your resolve, the more profound your reward will be. So be brave. The forest is your subconscious. The branches are your fearful thoughts and shameful memories. The roots of the trees that you trip over are your conditioning. And the inky black pool at the center of this forest are your most repressed emotions. If you do not feel powerful when you see your reflection in that water, if you are overtaken by fear, you're not ready. But you have done yourself a service in coming that far. Next time, it will be easier. Next time, you will enter that pool and swim into its depths. If you immerse yourself in what you fear, it has no power over you. So the gravity of the Hermit card varies depending on the situation and depending on the spread. It can mean anything from just giving yourself, a few days to recharge and be alone, focus on yourself, to needing to do this intense shadow work that I've described. Either way, I read this as a very good card. It can be a challenge for extroverts who are used to engaging with people all the time, but it is extra useful for those people, right? Introverts, when they get this card, are probably going to be relieved that someone's encouraging them to do what they naturally want to do instead of always trying to make them go out and socialize. So, yes. The Hermit card, in terms of like real life instead of such a spiritual, esoteric view of it, it can mean that a relationship is not necessarily ending. If someone's asking you about relationship and they're concerned about it, the answer to that is easily found if you just let your partner know, I just want to take a little bit of time for myself, not that you're breaking up, just that you want some time alone to think things over. And that's good to do even if your relationship is going well, right? Just take time to remember to focus on yourself, not get too absorbed into someone else's world. In terms of finances, if someone's asking, should I do this deal? Should I go forward with this merger? The answer would probably be maybe not. It's not really the most powerful card for moving forward with finances. It's definitely more so a card of taking time to take stock of what you already have. So in terms of career or money, it's not so much a card of let's do a new deal, let's try something else. It's definitely more holding on to what you've got right now and taking stock of that and being grateful for it. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. It makes me really happy. You're awesome. I hope you're enjoying them. Again, I am doing a whole series of one video for every single card in a traditional tarot deck, not just the major arcana. So if you subscribe or follow my playlist, then you'll be able to see all of the cards. Merry meet, merry part, merry meet again. Blessed be.